Hello everyone, welcome back for the back nine of round 3 of the 10th annual Seviren Lang Memorial presented by Innova Champion Discs. I am Nathan Queen and again here with Colten Montgomery.
Yeah, excited to watch this back nine. It was quite the battle, the front nine, so let's see if Ricky can hold him off.
Yeah, Garrett making a charge, Ricky trying to hold him off, Cory hanging right in there. Logan's going to try to be coming back during this back nine here at Lapping Park. Staying in the woods here, except for, you know, this flyover right here. This is hole 7's basket.
Here we are, hole 10, 278 feet. It's going to be a dog leg right here.
Yeah, this hole, they actually extended the tee pad a little bit, so it looks like there was, you could go to the right or the left. If you go to the left, it's a little bit of a flex shot. Looks like Ricky's going with his pig down the left side flexor, and it might go in. Nope, just a little bit short. Off to the right side, it's more of a righty hyzer or maybe a forehand flex shot. Garrett going with, you guessed it, Color Glow Rock 3. So much touch on that.
Wow.
Absolutely parks it to keep his hot round going in the back nine.
Yeah, it's really tough to get something to sit up there because right where the basket is, it drops off right behind it, so.
And Logan here with the, oh, that looked so good.
It did look good.
I thought he had hit it right down the fairway, just a little bit left side though.
I am kind of shocked that no one took the hyzer gap.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised as well. I saw a couple guys do it on my card. Cory going with a Luna here, hoping to slow it down. Catches something early. He'll have a pretty scary bid there.
Yeah.
Logan pitching up here. And for anybody that's curious, at this point in my round, I did actually go ahead and drop out of the event. I had some issues with the inner elbow of my throwing arm. So I had to stop at this point and take a rest. Cory looked like he maybe was trying to give that a bid. Pretty tough to do, though, from there.
Yeah, it did look like he gave it a bid. And good putt from Ricky. And hope you get healed up, Nathan. Hopefully see you back out there soon.
Thanks, man. Looking to play D-Glow. Hopefully, we'll see.
And that's a good par save from Logan there. And Garrett just going to be tapping in another birdie.
Yeah, no problem there. That's a great hole to park. You see how quick it drops off behind it. Just touching that Color Glow Rock 3 everywhere.
Crazy.
Hole 11, which is, I would say, one of the closer to signature holes on the course. You've kind of got a tee shot over this valley here that a creek runs through sometimes, and got to make it back up this hill, and it just slightly fades off to the right. A straight shot will do you just fine. It will put you inside the circle. But again, you see it slopes off behind the green, so you don't want to be going too fast.
Yeah, a couple holes out here. The basket's well placed on a hill, and Ricky
very quickly didn't like that shot. However, he gets one of those great kicks. He's up on top of the hill and has a birdie look.
He's right on the edge of the circle. I didn't think he made it that far up there, but good results from Ricky. And Garrett again with his Color Glow Rock 3. Maybe a little bit too turned.
Yeah, catches something a little bit late. May have been good or bad, not sure, but he's probably in circle 2 off the side of the hill. Have a tricky look.
This Logan going forehand, and that's... It looked a little early, maybe circle 2 look.
Yeah, he got through everything on the right side there, got up there to still have a look for it. And this is kind of a flippy disc that Cory's been flicking or forehanding. It stands up just a bit too much, is over on the left side.
He doesn't like it. Garrett is crossing a tree branch, I guess. Ooh, yeah, he is in
so-
a little sticky situation.
Yeah, it looks like he's rolled back down the hill instead of staying up. And good up from him.
Yeah, he he doesn't
yeah.
like that.
He'll be cleaning his shoes here soon.
Cory just pitching up.
Oh, Cory just throwing it in.
No, that was not a pitch up. That was a great putt from Cory.
Wow, that's I don't know, 70 feet there probably. He's outside of circle 2. What a great shot there from Cory.
Yeah, that was awesome. Here's Logan from just outside the circle.
And not to be outdone by Cory, says I'm going to go ahead and make my birdie from over here in the woods as well. What a great putt.
Yeah, that's a cool shot.
And Ricky's up here on the top of the hill after that good kick as well. He'll have a circle's edge, maybe just outside the circle, and leaves it low.
And it's still rolling. Oh, whoa.
He gets probably back outside the circle again here, and
Dang.
hits the same spot on the other side. That's not something you see out of Ricky real often, is a 3-putt. I expect he'll charge back pretty hard after that, though.
Yeah, that you don't see that very often from Ricky, and it's back to a close ball game. Garrett's only 1 back, and Cory's now 2 back. So here we are at hole 12. It's 388 feet. In my opinion, this is one of my favorite par 3s out here. For a right-hand backhand player, you're gonna want to just kind of throw a straight shot with a really late turnover. Try and land where that short pin was located and skip up to the basket.
Yeah, this is a fun shot to hit off the tee. You've got a small gap off to the right that I doubt many people would take. You're going to see this off to the left most of the time. Off to the right, it does fall off once you get up towards the basket. It slopes down. So if you get over that log on the right side that you saw there, you could potentially go down the hill.
Here's Cory throwing another forehand, just like Logan just did. He pushes it a little bit straighter.
And this is looking like a pretty good shot. He's right around that tree. I think that's right about circle's edge. He should have a putt. Is this a Color Glow Rock 3?
Yeah, I don't even know why we say it anymore. Oh, that looks...
Oh, he's came out a little early on him. He's got a kick. And
Wow,
it just kept on flying. He may have to deal with some of that downhill I was talking about over there on the right.
Did he almost get pin high, though?
I couldn't tell quite how far it got.
Wow.
It had a lot of spin on it, though.
Ricky's throwing it looks like a fairway driver.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to touch that quite a bit. Didn't quite turn it over enough, but he's still got a circle 2 look.
Logan hit something late, but he'll have a long look for par. Yeah, anything off the fairway on this course is just so hard, but Garrett makes it work.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what happened there, but he's got a pretty easy par putt.
Pretty obstructed look. Oh, but he gives it a really good look.
Yeah, that was a great run to save his par. He was really wanting it. He'll be able to tap in his bogey. Ricky trying pretty hard for the birdie putt. Pulls it just a bit right. Cory for his birdie. He's got it lined up. Catches just that early branch there.
Good tap in from Ricky. And
This hole's playing pretty tough.
I was gonna say no birdies on this hole.
Yeah, 388. Got to hit a tight gap. Cory had the best look. He was about circle's edge. Good scramble from Garrett to be able to get his par.
Good putt from Cory to save his par.
Yeah, solid putt from a little tester distance. So lead card playing the whole one over. I imagine this was one of the tougher par threes.
Leaderboard update. Ricky has a 1-stroke lead over Garrett and a 2-stroke lead over Corey Ellis. Elijah Bickle is 3 down through 12, jumping up into the top 5.
Yeah, Trevor Harbault was 3 down as well, trying to make a push.
Yeah, anything under par is good here today.
Yeah, hole 13. Going right back down the way that we just came from, off to the right of it, 377 feet. Pretty much the opposite type of shot, except the basket's blind now. It's slightly right to left down the whole fairway, and it drops off at the end.
Yeah, this is a fairly tough angle to hit because it keeps turning left.
Yeah, with Corey's hyzer flips we've been seeing him throw, this kind of lines up right for his shot.
Oh.
And pretty unfortunate there, catching that last log. If it would have skipped about 2 inches higher, he's pretty much under the basket.
Yep, but he'll have a circle 2 look.
But yeah, that's the type of shot you need. You throw it on a hyzer and it just slightly stands up and never really fades. Or looks like Garrett may have got that a little high. Kicked off to the left. It'll be maybe a tough par save. It's hard to tell where you land over there.
Ricky, I don't know what that disc is that he's thrown. Maybe a T-bird, and he hit something late, but he'll have a circle 2 look as well.
Yeah, gets a pretty good kick there. He was definitely fading off to the left. This looked to be a little too stable for the shape that you need. Going with a mid here out of Logan.
Pushes a little too straight, but I think that he's actually going to have a look. Long circle 2 look.
Yeah, so tough green to reach. You see Cory got his just a bit too low, but had the best line on it, and he'll still be circle 2. And Garrett
has to get tricky, but he gives himself a look to save par.
Logan here with the long bid. It's a pretty good one to run here because you can't go too far behind the basket. But he leaves it just a bit low.
Just off the top, skipping past the basket. Here's Cory to pull it within 1. That's a great putt.
And just like we saw in the second round and a lot of today, nerves are not getting to Cory at all. Great circle 2 putt here. Just dead center on the basket. The only birdie on the hole.
Yeah, maybe putting the pressure on Ricky now.
Yeah. Got 2 people just 1 stroke back as long as Garrett taps in this par here. Yeah, good putt from him.
Yep.
Definitely not a tap in, more of a putt.
Yeah, gave himself a tester, but good job to stay on the pace. Same with Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky doing the same. So last hole playing 1 over. This hole's going to play 1 under. But I'd say it's probably just as difficult.
Yeah, the par 3s out here are not really, they're tough.
Yeah. And this is one of the more exaggerated angles that we have off of the tee. Hole 14, 515 feet. Just to get to this blue pad is pretty difficult to do. You're going to see, I think a righty backhand putter floater shot is probably the best. A super stable forehand that you can throw pretty much straight up and down and still get some flare off to the right could work as well. But pretty tough angle to get over to a good second shot here.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to go too far. If you push it too straight, that makes your second shot very difficult. And that looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's he threw it right down the fairway. It looked great. We'll see where he landed at.
Here's Garrett. He's going to go with the backhand Anheuser.
And I think he got it just a bit too high there. I couldn't tell where he ended up.
Ricky also going with the backhand Anheuser. I think this is the shot you can get more distance with, but it's also the shot that can put you in more trouble.
Yeah, with the counter rotation you've got with the way the angle's going, if you kick one of those trees on the right, it can push you pretty far left.
And here's Logan. Looks like he's going to throw that high forehand you were talking about.
Yeah, something super stable, hoping that when it hits the ground, it still goes right. And he gets up there. It looks to a similar spot to where Cory was at.
Garrett didn't quite make it to the fairway, so he's in a pretty tough spot. Looks like he's trying to throw a roller.
And that got pretty far. He should be able.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a great recovery shot. He'll have a pretty good look to save his par now.
And see, Rick, like I said, you don't want to go too far, and Ricky was just a little bit too far, and that makes your second shot very obstructed and tough.
So yeah, Logan not getting quite as far right as you would like, but he does have a look. Burns it over to the left just a bit. Cory also staying a bit too far left. This is that over-exaggerated angle I was talking about. It's really hard to get as far right as you want to have a good second shot.
Yeah, like you said, to get to just the blue pad, which is the short pad, it's if you land there, it's a great tee shot, but it's hard to get there.
Ricky getting up for his par. Cory getting in a little trouble over here on the right, going with a high forehand.
But
roller.
It looks like he's going to give himself a chance to...
Yeah, I think he's inside the circle up there.
Wow.
Logan's still with a circle 2 look.
Oh, man.
Ooh, frustrated about it. Hopefully his hand's all right there.
And this is Garrett for birdie?
No, that was Garrett's par.
Gotcha.
Which is not really going to lose you any strokes on this hole, I don't believe.
No, this is another one that I would love to see the numbers on and see how many birdies were on it for the day.
I can't imagine there was more than 5 or 6.
Yeah. No one on this card, but par's good on this hole.
The Diamond Paragon Pool Table. Diamond tables are designed and manufactured from the highest quality, sustainable hardwoods, utilizing world-renowned designs. Diamond tables are unparalleled for playability and durability. After all, they are designed by players for players.
All right, so here we are on hole 15, 300 feet. Pretty similar line that we threw on 13, but a lot shorter. And it actually has a little bit of a harder angler as well.
Yeah, I would imagine. I don't know if more people are going to throw forehand or a backhand here, but the backhand is definitely a very touchy, tight angle to get.
Yeah, I feel like we'll see some putters, maybe a mid-range on here. Cory with his hyzer flip shot, he's going to go with that same steep hyzer off the throw and then look for it to stand up and fly straight.
And catches something late.
Just a bit wide, but he'll still have a circle 2 look there.
And we've seen him make a couple of them today, so.
Garrett throwing his disc. Pulling it a bit wide, but it misses things, and he's going to be circle's edge, probably just outside there. He'll have a look as well.
Yeah, that's a great drive. To get much closer than that with a backhand is pretty tough. Most drives are landed by that tree. And here's Ricky throwing the forehand flex, and it looks like it came out a little bit early.
Yeah, I'd say that's actually the preferred line to get down and park it. Throw something that's going to go left and flatten out for you. this little forehand flex. And it looks like Logan's kept it in the fairway.
Came out at the very end, but maybe circle 2 luck. Oh, circle's edge.
Yeah, great shot from Logan there. So Ricky up first. Looking for his birdie.
That's a great putt.
Knew it on the way in. Oh, yeah.
Great putt.
Let's see if he started off a star frame for us. That'd be pretty neat. Cory here, also outside the circle.
And that was a big putt because if he doesn't make that, he's given these players an opportunity to tie him.
And again, Cory having no issues with anything that's going on, just draining putts every time he's on the green.
Impressive.
Dead center, great putt, keeping pace and only 1 stroke off the lead.
And it was all weekend. He was making putts all weekend, so that's always cool to see.
And here's Garrett, probably 38, 40 feet, trying to keep up with these other 2 guys, draining everything. And man, these guys know what they're doing on the putting green.
Yeah, like no nerves. They're just doing what they have to do to stay pace, so that's cool. Just a little left, weak side for Logan.
Yeah, 3 birdies from outside the circle here, and then 1 par. Great show on the putting green there from those guys.
And leaderboard, as you can see, Ricky has the 1-stroke lead over Cory and Garrett, and Elijah and Trevor shooting 4 down through the round, making themselves into their top 5.
Yeah, trying to push up for this final 9 we've got, seeing if they can make the lead card. Hole 16, 248 feet. This is kind of your ace run on this course. You don't have much in the way as long as you hit the fairway. You just want to throw it straight and maybe ring up some chains.
Yeah, this is I would say, 1 hole on the course that you really want to get. It's like a gimme.
Yeah, if you get a par on this one, you do feel, it feels more like a bogey for sure.
And Cory hitting an early tree, throwing forehand.
We've got a sonic tee shot out of Garrett here. Look how much touch he has.
Wow. Hit something late, but he's be right on the edge of the circle for
Yeah,
his birdie.
He stayed up on the hill, didn't get into the creek, so he'll still have a good... The creek also, as we mentioned before, does play casual, but he'll have a better footing for his birdie putt.
Ricky throwing standstill pig.
And I think that play is a great angle for the ground play on this hill. If he can just land with a little bit of hyzer on that forehand, it's not going to go anywhere. It'll just sit down.
And Logan, pretty similar shot.
Yeah, catching that tree and staying right by it, not rolling away.
It looks like Cory might fall off by 1 stroke, but like you mentioned a few minutes ago, there is a final 9, so they do have another chance after this 18 holes to make a charge.
Yeah, and Garrett keeping pace there, hitting his birdie from circle's edge, keeping the solid putting alive. Cory getting his par, which doesn't feel great on this hole, but with how far back he was on his drive, it good for him to get his par. Logan tapping in. Ricky will do the same.
Yep, like we expect, three or more birdies on this hole.
So hole 17, back to one of the tougher par 3s, 337 feet. Got to go straight for just a little bit before you cut off to the right pretty hard. And it feels easy until you see this gap right here. You've got to miss those 2 trees in the middle. And then once you land, you can't have too much angle on the disc. You've got to land it pretty flat. Or as the righty backhand, it could cut roll down that hill. Garrett going with something really understable here, throwing his sonic off the tee, just wanting to float it in. And catches some high branches up there.
One of the things that's really tough to get to the pin on this hole about is it's uphill. Like once you start turning right, the basket goes up the hill, and that's like when your forehand's finishing. So it's really hard to throw it high enough to get all the way right.
Yeah, and with that uphill on the turnover shot, you see Ricky's disc take off to the left there. So with the way the green is, if you throw a backhand, it can take off and cut roll down the hill as well. So you see Logan trying to get it high enough to make it on top of the hill. There's just so many branches up there, it's hard to get through clean.
Yeah. Cory going backhand putter. High,
And this looks pretty good. This is a great line. It's starting to fade out a little bit, though. If that could have held over.
Oh. He'll be right there in the bottom of that ditch area, but a long look at it.
Garrett Sonic, and you still see that bounce, even from just outside of circle 2. You see it kind of bounce and try to go off to the left.
Ricky giving it a run.
And that could have faded. It's pretty downhill there. He could be outside the circle with that.
Logan just pitching up, hitting the pole with his layup. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, great play from him. Cory going to try to give it a run.
Wow.
Ooh, tap some chains. Hopefully he sat down again. It drops off pretty far there.
Yeah, you see Garrett down there looking for his. And he's looks like quite a bit uphill, but just off the top band.
Looks like Cory stuck around pretty close. Tapping in the par like we expect, like we've seen the rest of the round, the rest of the weekend, really.
Same with Ricky, just taking his par, moving on to 18.
Yeah, so Garrett falling back. He'll be 2 strokes back now, tied with Cory, going into the last hole of the round, which is 600 feet, par 4. I believe the basket's moved back a little bit, and we're calling it a par 5. It may be a little bit longer. From that tee shot up there, it's pretty tight to get up here on this hill. There's not a great way to get there. I think a lot of people might just play into the hill and see what they can get, or you might see somebody lay up to the pad to try to have some better footing.
Yeah, as you can see here, there's like not really a clean way off the tee to try and throw a big shot. So
yeah.
Ricky's just laying it up here to the short pad.
And that's a pretty good play there. That's about where I like to land, off to the right of that pad. It opens up a pretty good lefty backhander forehand angle.
And it looks like Logan's maybe going a little bit bigger, but see, there's so much stuff up there. It's really hard to get through. But I do want to say, I could be wrong, but I also thought that this was a par 5, Nathan. And I told my card mate, and I was like, hey, at least you saved your birdie. And he was like, what do you mean? It's a par 4. And I looked at live scoring, PDGA live scoring, and it said par 4. So
okay. Well, Cory trying to show us why. He's gotten up on the top of the hill there through some gap. Maybe he saw it. Garrett looks like he's going to try to get up there as well. And
I guess that's the gap that you want to hit, and he just...
Oh, my goodness. I
haven't seen a drive anywhere near that good all weekend here.
I don't understand that either. That's what a shot out of him. Either a Halo, Wraith, or Destroyer. I'm not quite sure which one. But still, that's pretty incredible.
Looks like Logan got up near the short pin. He'll have a longer look for his birdie.
So Ricky, after playing down to where I feel like the safer play is to not deal with so many branches and things like that.
He tried to throw a roller up the hill and unfortunately hit a tree, but he'll still be in the center of the fairway. This is Cory's drive.
And you can't really play the hole a whole lot better, except here's Garrett's drive.
I mean, yeah, if Garrett didn't throw it, I would have said that Cory had the best drive all week. But,
and he's got his Sonic in his hand, which always has a chance to go in, as we've seen.
Oh, wow, an eagle. Unbelievable.
Eagle/albatross. I guess it's a par 4, but
unconfirmed.
That's too incredible. Oh my goodness.
Wow, and look at his card mates. Cory, he's super excited for him.
Dude, no way.
He says, "Let's go, baby."
Yeah, way to go, Garrett. That's super impressive. I think that's the best hole I've watched so far this weekend.
And that's why his signature disc is the Sonic. That's really cool. Great way to end the 18 holes and gives him some momentum going into that final 9 we've got coming up.
Yeah, that's one way to bounce back from a bogey.
Definitely.
Go ahead and get you an eagle.
I would probably say that's definitely the only eagle that this hole's seeing all weekend.
Logan still struggling just a bit on the putting green,
Rick will be tapping in his par.
which ties them up now.
Wow, I
Yeah.
didn't even realize it. A tie
Yeah.
after 18 going into the final 9.
The bogey on 17 put Garrett back by 2, takes 2 back on 18. So that finishes out this round. We've got Garrett Gurthie and Ricky Wysocki tied at 26 under par. Corey Ellis hanging in there at 25 with the solid putting on the green. Logan Bowers falling off a bit, down to 18 down. He's looking to come back in this final 9 we've got going.
Yeah, the final 9 is going to be for all MPO caching players. So
we've got Trevor Harbaugh shooting a 5 down, jumping up onto the lead card. He'll get that coverage for the final 9. Elijah Bickle having a hot round, tied for 4th. And looking forward to seeing this back 9.
yeah, make sure and tune in to the final 9.